What's happening? It's your boy Shoboat, man. And I am in here today. If you follow me on Instagram, you know why. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving the people what they wanted. You know what I mean? I asked on there if y'all be interested in me making some videos about some of the topics that I talk about in my stories. You know what I'm saying? As far as with business and finance and stocks and current events and music and this, that, and the other. You feel me? So I'm giving the people what they want, and I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So one of the topics, the biggest topic that people said they wanted me to talk about was stocks. So, you know, we'll kind of touch on that today. And if y'all rocking with these videos, man, and y'all want me to keep doing them, make sure you like the videos and make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? So we can keep everything going and you can be informed on what's going on and when the next videos is coming out and all type of things. You feel me? So, but with stocks, you know, talking about stocks, the first thing I want to say is this. The videos, you know, that I make and talking about stocks is going to be for more so people that have already a basic knowledge of the stock market and what it is and how it works and what its purpose is and that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not giving the basic stock 101 type of thing. With the video that I'm making today is going to be more so on kind of giving you my philosophy on stocks and just kind of some pointers from my experience, from what I've experienced in it. You know, so first off, I will say I am not a financial advisor. I'm just kind of giving you my personal experience that I've had on everything. And, you know, even just to start out with this, as far as, because this was one of the questions that I had online, is that people wanted to know what is the best app to invest with. Me personally, I use Robinhood. I've looked at a couple other apps other than Robinhood, and I just felt like Robinhood was the one that had the best interface. It was the easiest to use. It was the most user-friendly. And it gives you the most access, you know, to things like on Robinhood, you can obviously use it to buy stocks and ETFs and what have you, but also you can buy crypto on there. You can buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, even Dogecoin, which even with Dogecoin, that's one that a lot of other apps don't have on there to purchase. Like I said, it's kind of like a one-stop shop. You kind of got everything right there, and it gives you access to a lot of other tools and things like that, so you can stay updated on what's going on in the market. You know, so like me, even with my Instagram, the reason why I post, you know, the things that I post on my stories as far as like current events and things that are going on is because I'm in the market. So I'm paying attention to what's going on every day, you know, because what's going on in current events affects how the stock market performs as well. You know, so these are things that I always keep up on, so that way I can kind of anticipate, you know, how the stock is going to perform. You know, if it's gonna be you know, a day where I should expect to see some lows or expect to see some highs or whatever the case may be of what is currently going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I actually posted up there, because that's what I'm doing every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm very in tune with what's going on because I know that it affects the flow of money. So past that though, the biggest thing I want to do is kind of inform people, especially people that look like me and I'll kind of have same backgrounds, coming from the same places as me, because it's a little bit easier to understand coming from somebody that's similar to you. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing I want to say is this, is that if you have disposable money, that is money that you don't necessarily need, that you could put aside to do whatever. Now, I'm not talking about money that you might have in an emergency fund. Like an emergency fund, you know, might be your money that you have for like car repairs or home repairs or whatever, and you kind of need easy access to that money if something pop off and you need it. So I'm not talking about your emergency fund money. I'm talking about the money outside of that you have that you know you don't necessarily need to touch with that. Going into the stock market, the money that you should be using to invest, especially if you're, you know, just getting into it now and you're trying to decide how much money you should start with or how much money you should invest with at the beginning, it should be money that you know you don't necessarily need for the next 3 to 5 years. You know what I'm saying? The stock market is definitely a long game. It's not something that's a quick flip. Trying to get into stocks, in doing quick flips, they penalize you for that, because that's not what the stock market is for. They penalize you for that with capital gains tax. You know, you're going to pay a higher capital gains tax for money that you take out, that you put in and take out in a week or a month or a year. You know what I'm saying? You get lower taxes on the money that you actually take out of the stock market from the 3-year period and on. So if that money's been there for 3 years or longer, you're gonna pay a smaller amount of capital gains tax on it. If you take the money out before that period, you're gonna get hit with a higher capital gains tax. You know what I'm saying? But basically, the biggest thing that I want to get out to people is this: is that, you know, from the time you were younger, even till now, you know, you're always told to save your money, save your money, save your money. Just putting that money in a savings account at a bank, or in a shoebox at the house, or under the mattress, or in the safe, you know, you have that money, but it's not doing what it can for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, even just putting money in a savings account at a bank, you're going to get 0.01 interest on that money. So after a year, after 12 months of that, let's just say $1,000, right? You put $1,000 in the bank. After 12 months, that $1,000 in that savings account is now going to be $1,000.10. 10 cents, that's it. So you're not letting your money work for you. And what you want to do is you want to let your money work for you. That is one of the first steps that you can make in starting to build wealth for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Money is a tool. Just like how the Robinhood app that I was talking about earlier is a tool, you know what I'm saying, that you can use for investing. Money is also a tool, and you have to let your money make money for you. Once you start letting your money make money for you, like I said, that's one of the first steps in actually, you know, building wealth for yourself. So not taking advantage of the stock market, you're kind of leaving money on the table. You know what I'm saying? Because that same $1,000, if you invested that into the stock market, I'll give an example, a perfect example. $1,000 invested into the stock market 5 years ago with, let's just say you got $1,000 worth of shares of Tesla. That's a popular one, right? $1,000 5 years ago, if you would have invested in Tesla with that, today, that would be $13,700 and something dollars. You know what I'm saying? So that $1,000 would have turned into $13,700. You know what I'm saying? Just in 5 years, letting it sit for 5 years in Tesla shares. You feel me? So you can't do that if that $1,000 was sitting in the savings account. You're just going to get your 0.01%. So you're just leaving money on the table by not taking advantage of the stock market. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's my biggest thing. You know, savings accounts are cool in theory, and you can use them for certain things if you just got to have some money, like I said, an emergency fund that you need quick access to. But when you're talking about actual building long-term wealth and actually trying to like increase your money and letting your money work for you, the stock market is one of the best options that you should be taking advantage of. You know what I'm saying? So, one of the things that I do with Robinhood, as far as when I'm going in there, and let's just say I'm deciding I'm gonna buy some stock today, and I'm trying to figure out what stock I should use. One of my philosophies that I use is trying to decide what stock, or picking out a stock that you want to mess with, is invest in what you use. You know what I'm saying? Invest in what you use, because the things that you use, you know what that product is like. So you can go on to you can go onto a website or research and look up a company as much as you want, but when you actually use that product and have been dealing with that company for years because you use that product, you are going to be very well in the know of the quality of it, what you like, what you don't like, what you might foresee for them in the future, this type of thing. You're going to be a little bit more well versed on it, just not even from you trying to be, but just off your personal experience that you have with them. So that's what I always kind of look into things when I'm trying to decide a stock that I should buy. I invest in what I use. So it's things that I commonly use. I'll start looking them up. I'll look them up on Robinhood and kind of see how they go. You know what I'm saying? the first thing that I do when looking at a stock is, when I'm looking at it, I will look at what it's currently trading at, you know, what the price is of it right now, and I'll just go down the line. You know, on Robinhood, they give you the option to look at the different time frames. So I'll just go down the line. I'll look at what it's done for the past month, the past 3 months, the past year, what have you. And so I can kind of see what it's traded at previously before compared to what it's trading at now. So I can kind of get an understanding of its history, you know, its trading history. The next thing I do is I research it. I research the company. I'll do my Googles, you know what I'm saying? And I look up and I'll see what headlines that company has. You know what I'm saying? What headlines that company's had in you know, the recent, in the most recent time, you know, over the past 12 months or whatever the case may be. Because that is going to kind of tell you what's going on internally with that company. You know, if they've had all positive news about them, or if they've had some things that are kind of sketchy going on, if they've had like harassment suits or had to do a big recall, or you know, they got a problematic executive like a VP or a CEO or something like that, or if they've had a high one of their top executives step down recently, or if they just hired a new one, things like that. Like, those are things that I look for, so I can be in tune with what's going on with the company, so you can kind of, like I said, just be more in tune with what's going on with them. And that's kind of the combination of things that I do, so I can figure out if this is a company that I want to invest in. Because when you invest in a company, it's basically like you are a part owner. You know what I mean? You are now in business with that company. So whatever they do that sheds a positive light on the company, usually the stock is going to show that and perform in a positive way. You know, if there's something crazy going on and they get caught up in some big scandal, usually the stock is going to reflect that. You're going to see the price per share go down. You're going to see the value of it go down. You know, so you're basically, like I said, you are a partner, or basically like a part owner of the company. You got money invested with them. So a lot of these companies know that, and they do things or don't do things as well to make their shareholders happy, you know, because they know that as well. So definitely do your research. Those, like I said, those are the first steps that I always take when trying to decide a stock that I want to get. Because there's always, you know, hot topics going on about certain companies and certain stocks and this, that, and the other. I try not to get caught up in that, you know, that much, and stick with investing in, you know, companies that I know about, that I use, that I, you know, kind of have a long history with. So that's kind of my thing, especially early on. Especially with stocks that you're getting early on, you kind of want to have a foundation, a strong foundation. So that's kind of my philosophy, what I do with them. Like I said, my biggest thing that I just want to kind of get across to people, you got to let your money make money for you. You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense to be cash rich and have all this physical cash and it's just sitting there. It's not making money for you. Use that money that you have available to make more money off of that same amount of money. You know, it's one of those things. That's what rich people do, and that's why the rich stay getting rich. You know what I'm saying? Stay getting more rich. So those are the things that you want to do, man. Like I said, this is just kind of a basic video I want to put out just to kind of kick things off, and I definitely wanted to get that point across about savings accounts. But I will go ahead and get into some deeper topics and everything. But like I said, I just wanted to kind of make an introductory video, you know what I'm saying, and explain a couple things and talk to y'all real quick before I dive deep into some things. But if there are any topics that you do want me to talk about, or anything specifically with stocks, you know, like I said, stocks, just finance, even with music, you know what I'm saying, being an artist, there's a lot of game that I can give you, you know what I'm saying, as far as with the music game as well. So any of that stuff that y'all might have questions about, man, put them in the comments below. I'll obviously be reading the comments, you know what I'm saying. So if I see some good stuff down there, I will make videos about it. Other than that, like I said, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you want to use Robinhood, if you don't currently have an app and you're looking for an app you want to use to invest with, my Robinhood referral link is also in the comments, so click on that. You'll be able to get a free stock when you sign up with them with my referral link. Yeah, man, and then other than that, man, I'll be right back at y'all with another video, man. So definitely leave some comments, talk to me, I talk back, and we're gonna keep this thing going, man.